Items are confiscated on the spot or sent to officers who unseal them.
Can I see your passport?
In the last 48 hours alone, customs officers at O'Hare confiscated ruminant meat, fried pork skins, leaves, yams, and bush.
You can't bring yams? Oh my lord, you can't bring lambs. You can't fly with yams. But they're okay with these worthless, dangerous, vile, disgusting bacteried up dogs. They're okay with these dogs touching all over your stuff. They're okay with this dog all up over your stuff, but you can't bring yams. Can't bring leaves. This is foolishness, man.
All of it could be carrying diseases and insects.
Diseases? Dogs have so many diseases. Dogs have insects too, or bugs. They have ticks, they have worms, they have you name it. Oh my god.
That can harm our crops and damage our ecosystem.
Right now, one of the big...
Isn't that what dogs do? Dogs damage ecosystem. See? Dogs are bad for the environment. See? Dogs are a threat to the environment, but you can't bring in yams, you can't bring in peas. People are just gonna go and eat it, man. Cook it up and eat the thing, yo.
biggest diseases that's running rampant around the world is African swine fever. And
But what about the dog diseases? Dog nutter.
it's a very devastating disease.
O'Hare's brigade has 10 beagles, including 3-year-old Rocky.
You like that one? What you got, Rocky?
They are the first line of defense
man.
in stopping foreign pests from wreaking havoc on our agriculture.
Smelling
Every
up on
day
your
is a
stuff,
new
man.
adventure.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection currently has more than 115 agriculture canine teams.
If dogs can't fend for themselves, why do these dog nuts view these dogs as reliable? You could have anything in this thing here. It could be anything that's legal to be in there. Anything. Could be nothing at all. And this thing is going to be smelling out all over your stuff. You're going to open it. You're going to, you know, trespass. So I hate dogs. I hate dog culture. I hate these dog owners. I hate every single dog that there is. Can't have exceptions with dogs. You have exceptions with dogs, that's when again these dog lovers, they break rules. You gotta allow this in, gotta allow that in, and then next thing you know, we have another dog culture on our hands. All dogs need to be eliminated, banned, eliminated, erased. Have to be. All of them. Make sure they do not come back again. Give these things an inch, they will grow a mile, man. Sorry guys, I'm just. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. Now people have to stop and wait for this dog for this foolishness, man. Like people never seen a dog eat before. They never seen a dog eat before? They're all here just to watch a dog eat. A nasty, disgusting, slob-ass dog eat. And still probably go on the customer's hand. The customer's not going to wash their hands or the glove, and they're going to use the same cup for the other customers. This is just disgusting. Why don't they just take the cup and move on? Like, why do you need to stop and feed the thing? Dog culture is sick. It is sick. And it's not just people who are safe. And those people who are unsafe from these dogs.
People at Trailwinds Park in Thornton on
It is other dogs that are getting attacked by these police dogs.
Sunday were there for a soccer game. Brett Erickson was there cheering on his daughter.
And the scrimmage basically stopped and some of the girls were crying.
The game quickly came to a stop when a 3-year-old Douglas County Sheriff's K-9 named Freya jumped out of the passenger window of her handler's unit and attacked a much smaller Shih Tzu near the field.
And when the dog latched onto the other dog, you could tell it was serious right away.
Her handler, Deputy Greg Wilson, seen in these Facebook photos with Freya, was off duty there to watch his own daughter. According to a Thornton police incident report, Deputy Wilson tried grabbing the dog by the mouth, but Freya bit him too.
Everyone was so stunned and didn't know what to do that there's this man laying on this dog trying to pry his, and the dog wasn't making any noise. It was like a lethal weapon, right? It was just it was quiet, and then all you could hear was the grandmother wailing.
The Shih Tzu owner is a woman in her 70s. She could only watch as 4 people pulled the 2 dogs apart.
"Oh no, not my Annie. Oh no, not my Annie." She said that over and over and over.
Annie died at the hospital. Deputy Wilson was cited for the attack and for not having his dog on a leash. Because Freya bit her handler, she's under a 10-day quarantine at the Douglas County Sheriff's Department. The dog will remain out of service while the department does an internal investigation.
So this dog gets a 10-day quarantine and pretty much gets to live the rest of its life after killing a worthless mutt, which could have been anyone, any person, really. So this goes to show again, it's not just innocent people that are killed by dogs. There's also dogs that are killed by the canine dog. It's also dogs being killed by these worthless police dogs. If innocent people on their own property are getting attacked and other dogs are getting attacked, what good are these dogs? They go through all this training and they graduate from this whatever they go to, but they're still attacking and killing people and other dogs. Again, dogs are worthless. Doesn't matter
New at
the training or
4:30,
whatnot.
Terrifying moments when a veterinary staff tries to break up a dog attack. Lake Mary police say one of its police dogs attacked a golden doodle. News 6's Amanda Castro explains what went wrong and how that dog is doing tonight. And we do want to warn you, some of the video may be hard to watch.
News 6 obtained surveillance video from last Sunday at the Lake Emma Animal Hospital in Lake Mary. In this video, you can see Milo, a golden doodle, is outside in a gated area. A couple minutes later, staff brought out K9 Rex, a 1.5-year-old German Shepherd and Lake Mary police dog. A staff member then walks over to Milo's cage to let him out. That's when, according to a Lake Mary police report, Rex got out of his unsecured cage, unlatching the lock and running over to Milo.
Dogs or not, this happened for no reason whatsoever. This dog wasn't even doing anything to the dog. Nothing. The dog was not doing anything to the dog or even to this dog nutter. But this dog, being as dumb as they are, they need to instigate and attack things
K9 Rex,
for no
a
reason
1.5-year-old
whatsoever.
German Shepherd and Lake Mary police dog. A staff member then walks over to Milo's cage to let him out. That's when, according to a Lake Mary,
The
a staff
fence
member
is
then
worthless.
walks over to Milo's cage
Fence is
to let him out.
worthless.
That's when, according to a Lake Mary police report,
And for no
Rex
reason.
got out of his unsecured cage, unlatching the lock and running over
For
to Milo.
no reason.
You can see in the video, Rex attacks Milo. The
No
staff member
reason.
trying to pull the golden doodle into the cage, and Rex follows them. Police say Rex bit Milo, latching on and not letting go, even as the staff member tried to pull Milo into the building. From an inside camera, we see the hospital staff struggling to separate the 2 dogs.
Worthless.
According to a report from the animal
Worthless.
hospital obtained by News 6. At the time, staff didn't see any injuries until the next day when they found a puncture wound on Milo's neck and treated it. Staff wrote in the report this was the first time they boarded Rex, and they didn't know he knew how to open gates. Lake Mary police tell us Rex joined the
Worthless.
foursome.
Worthless fence. This dumb dog wasn't bothering anyone. I admit it. This dog was not bothering anyone.
Rex,
I
a
don't
1.5-year-old
understand
German
why
Shepherd and
this
Lake
dog
Mary
needed
police
to
dog.
attack this
A
worthless
staff member
mutt.
then
I
walks
don't
over
get
to Milo's
it.
cage to let him out.
He's not even
That's
as a
what,
dog
according to a
hater.
Lake
I
Mary
don't get
police
it.
report.
I don't get it. And that's because these dogs are just brain damaged. It doesn't matter, brain damaged mutants. Doesn't matter the training that you go through. It doesn't matter whatsoever. It doesn't matter. And this is a clear example that it doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter. The education you give these dogs, the training, they're going to act like dogs and just attack anything. That's why I call this thing that police dogs are worthless too. Before I continue, I have like a couple more videos left. Another example, this happened just last month. Cops bitten by dog during arrest. Bystander detained after pulling worthless smut from water. So I'm guessing it's the police dog, not the police dog. The I don't know, another random dog that attacked a police officer. An incident along Boardwalk Berries Marina at 9 p.m. Sunday night saw a woman arrested, a dog tasered, and a bystander briefly detained after reportedly trying to rescue the canine which had fallen into the water after being zapped with the stun gun. According to police, officers were following up on earlier call after there were made or where a theft which had taken place. I'm not gonna read all of this, but again, people who are supposed to serve and protect, again, they're being attacked by these strange dogs as well. So, goes to show, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. And like they say, these dogs don't judge. These dogs don't judge. So it doesn't matter who you are, what is your title, what your profession. It doesn't matter. They're going to attack you. Dogs don't judge, and they think, dog lovers think that's a good thing. They think that's a good thing because again, they have been dumbing themselves down for years without anyone calling them out on their nonsense. But things are changing.
This guy in cuss. Hey, say one more thing to this dog. Tear it up. You're about to go in cuffs. Go inside, you're going to jail. Go inside. Go inside. Hey, he's under arrest. You're taunting the dog.
Taunting the dog. Taunting the dog. Dog is a brain. Do you hear the dog? And do you see the dog? The dog is bloodthirsty. Taunting the dog? This police officer is soft, though. The dog, just like the dog is anything can trigger a dog. This police officer is soft.
I'm about to put this guy in cuffs. Hey, say one more thing to this dog. Tear it up. You're about to go in cuffs. Go inside, you're going to jail. Go inside.
This is a dog nutter. This is a dog nutter. Where you can't say anything about a dog. If you say anything about this dog, you're going to jail. That's the society we live in, and it might happen. Where you can't say anything negative about dogs, you're going to jail. This guy was not taunting the merciless man. I didn't see it. Look at this dog, man. What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong with it, man? And what do? They bring the dog closer to the suspect. The dog is not necessary. He wasn't He was not resisting. Wait, he was not resisting. See, these dog nutters, man, I hate them, man. I hate these dog nutters. He's not resisting. You have three grown men on the guy. 3 grown men. You don't need this dog anymore. You don't need the dog here. You have 3 grown men, 3 officers, 3 trained officers. They have another 4th one right here. Things are under control. They got this. They got this. But this dog nutter needs to bring the dog closer to the problem. and had to make the dog attack for no reason whatsoever. Watch. They have it. They got it, man. He's not resisting, man. 3 guys on him. 4 guys that could have dealt with this problem. He's not resisting. He's not resisting. Isn't he? Looks like he's handcuffed. Is he not handcuffed? No, he's not handcuffed. He's not resisting.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, man. Do you not hear the crying? Do you not hear the crying? These dogs bring grief, man. They bring grief, bloodshed, tears, sweat, trauma. They're emotionally scarred, physically scarred, spiritually damaged. The stench of dogs, looking at their hideous faces, their hideous bodies, having to deal with dog owners, man. These dogs just bring the worst. They just make people feel so bad. They make people feel so bad. I hate these dogs. I was not resisting. You have 3 men, and then you have a 4th guy coming here. Probably another officer over there. You have 3 men on him. He is not resisting. They have it under control. And then this guy the guy did not need to bring the dog any closer. And on top of that, you have this dog behaving like, again, like a brain damaged mutant. What are you acting like that for? Because it's bloodthirsty. It wants to attack. When it does, this guy is already apprehended. They got this. He wasn't resisting. He was on the ground. He wasn't resisting. He wasn't moving. He was on his belly. He wasn't resisting. God, these dogs bring the worst out of people, man. And these owners too, and these handlers, yes, but it's the dog. If the dog wasn't there, no one would be saying anything. No one would have said anything. The guy was not resisting. So, according to officers, reports, members of the Canton's Coordinated Response Team, which is a special investigation unit, stopped a 4-door sedan that had failed to use a turn signal when it pulled in front of a house to park. Can't make this up, people. Can't make this up. And dog lovers are going to justify this. The dog nut handlers are going to justify this. You don't make a signal to park, so that justifies you using your dog to hurt someone for not signaling? Officers who had been in unmarked vehicles said the 2 occupants of the vehicle started trying to exit the car immediately, and the driver began to argue with them, saying that he could not search his vehicle. I think he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing. He parked, didn't signal, okay. Okay. They said they spotted an open liquor bottle in the rear seat of the vehicle. Since the occupants were underage, the officers advised them that they would be searching the vehicle, where the officers said they found a loaded handgun under the driver's seat. Okay, that adds more to the story, I guess. As officers started to detain the 2 occupants, people began gathering in the road and the sidewalks. They wrote in the report that the crowd began yelling and became combative. One officer wrote that several people became aggressive in the motion as they stepped towards me and their verbal responses. Another officer said that he was concerned because the handgun found in the car had not been secure and they did not completely search the vehicle. I guess that adds, some more explanation to the story. But the guy wasn't resisting though, and they had 3 officers stand back as the worthless mutt jumps on the guy. So these 3 officers had apprehended him. 3 grown men. This dog nutter did not need to bring the dog any closer. He should have walked that dog back into its crate. He had 3 grown men. And there was another one. There was like 4 of them that could have handled the situation. That dog did not need to be near the man. And the man was not resisting. He was not resisting. This is what I saw. The worthless mutt was let loose on him. That's what I saw. Taunted the canine? I didn't see any taunting. And so what, man? So what? He's on his own property. You walk onto his property. Harassing? I didn't see that. And dogs behave like that even when you're not doing anything. They bark at everything. Try to jump and lunge at anything. So it doesn't matter if you're saying anything or not. These dogs are just dangerous. So and what they do, they try to demonize the guy by telling all about his records, his other previous records. Yes, I'm not going to be ignorant and ignore that these guys or the drivers had open liquor bottle or a gun in the car. I'm not going to ignore that. Hey, that's wrong. I don't know. But it's just it is wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Like if you have. It's just me talking. If you have an open liquor bottle, that doesn't mean someone was drinking it. It could just mean they I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. It's an open bottle. And they don't signal to park, and you're going to pull them over for that? And then on top of that, the guy who they say was harassing the dog wasn't doing that. He was on his own property. And then they come onto the property. 3 grown men apprehend the guy. And this dog nut handler decides to bring the dog closer to the man and lets the dog attack and bite him. That's what I saw. Whatever laws these guys broke, that's on them. But my main focus is these dogs, and and this canine handler and this worthless mutt did not handle this situation well at all. The whole video, this dog is barking and jumping like a brain damaged mutant. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And the whole crowd wasn't grieving and rallying up until this dog started to attack him. So it wasn't the crowd. It wasn't the people. This dog is just brain damaged. And remember, these things attack innocent bystanders who have nothing, who are not being apprehended. They're on their own property. They will attack other dogs too. So it really doesn't matter what you do, where you are, who you are. Canine dogs are worthless. Too dangerous.
Oh my God!
Some tense moments on a downtown Vancouver street corner. Cell phone video shows a police canine attacking a person walking down the street.
Downtown gets a little wild, but nothing like this. No, nothing like this at all.
Nathan Lux is the one who shot the video from his second-floor apartment at 13th and Columbia. He says it all started when he noticed some police activity around 5 o'clock Sunday evening.
It just seemed like a little stakeout thing, and one of the residents here was taken into custody.
According to Lux, as officers put that person in the back of a police cruiser, a police canine bolted across the street and attacked somebody walking on the sidewalk.
As I was recording, all I was hearing was just heel, 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 and so the dog was not listening to any of the commands whatsoever.
Surprised.
And then just the follow-up, there was even restraining the dog or pulling the dog off of the guy. It took a lot of effort, it looked like.
It happened so quickly. It just happened quickly.
Joe Gold witnessed the whole thing, and he's relieved to know the person attacked suffered only minor injuries.
I felt bad for the guy that got bitten, but I also felt bad for the officer that lost control of the dog. But then I thought to myself, well, they're going to probably have a lawsuit over this or something.
That's unclear. What is clear is that this attack will stick with witnesses for some time.
For some guy to kind of walk up behind and then just get attacked.
Probably have a lawsuit over this or something.
That's unclear.
This guy's just sitting there.
What
This
is clear
dog
is
goes
that
right
this attack
after him.
Will stick with witnesses for some time.
For some guy to kind of walk up behind and then just get attacked was pretty appalling.
These dogs are just brain damaged. They are brain damaged. And if the guy shot the dog like most cops would be, what? And if the guy shot the dog like most cops, would be in jail? As in, if the guy shot the dog like most cops, he would be in jail. Innocent bystander, police dog attacks you, you decide to shoot it, you're going to jail. You can't defend yourself against dogs. Period. You gotta let them kill you. Because if you defend yourself against dogs, you're seen as a bad person, you get demonized, you get thrown in jail. So it's better if you just let the dog kill you. Or kill someone else. That's what dog lovers want. They want the dogs to just kill people. Don't say nothing. Get killed.
A Kansas City, Missouri police dog on a gun
Shake it
search
off.
attacks an innocent bystander. The woman is improving tonight, but she and her neighbors are still shaken. KMBC 9's Peggy Bright is live where it happened, 45th and Chelsea. Peggy?
Larry, the 56-year-old woman was right back here, just standing on her stoop. She apparently come outside to see why police were all around when the Belgian Malinois ran right for her.
She started screaming, hey, 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 and the neighbor's like, what is she screaming? Hey, the dog got her loose. She's biting that lady. She's biting that lady.
It was all happening right across the street on Sunday afternoon. Police had already found a suspect's ammunition magazine. They were still looking for the gun, weaving in and out of these houses. And then the police dog named Eros got loose.
The leash broke away from the handler's arm. It actually caused him a little bit of minor injuries on his hand.
But the innocent woman got the worst of it by far.
And she was like, ow, get off of me. And when the dog bit her, he just shook her. And then he launched at her and bit her all up, and she did like this.
Eros and his partner are among 12 canine teams on the Kansas City Police Force. They haven't had a bystander bite in 2 decades. In this case, neighbors think the victim was an accidental target.
What I think is that the kids ran and the dog launched at the lady because the dog thought that somebody was running.
Regardless, neighbors say they think police must be held to higher standards, including police dogs.
I don't understand why he was off the leash. The other dogs weren't. And I don't understand why the handler didn't have him under control.
You guys notice something right here? There's a cat. And that cat's not on a leash. This lady has her back turned. This guy is doing his job. No one feels threatened by a cat an unleashed cat. No one feels threatened by a cat. When people see cats, they're comfortable. They want the cat to approach them. When people see cats, they want the cats or the kittens or the kitties to approach them. When they see a dog off leash, people are uncomfortable. People want to run. People want to get out their weapons, their handguns. People go into that flight or fight mode. People are terrified when they see a dog without a leash. Even if you're on your own property or even if you're on public property, people feel nervous around dogs. Leash, unleash, doesn't matter. But when you see a cat without a leash wandering around, you want that cat to look at you. You want that cat to purr and meow. You want to give that cat a good pet. You feel comfortable. Not around these worthless mutts. And that's because dogs make people uncomfortable. They make people nervous. Make people afraid. They scar people emotionally, scar people physically, scar people mentally, scar people spiritually. They just scar them for a lifelong. The trauma, the memories never go away. The fear never goes away. But with cats, you want those cats and kittens to just run to you and be all playful and all that. But with dogs, it is the complete far away opposite. Kind of unrelated. Woman's arm left looking like lamb shank. Not sure what that is. After terrifying dog attack in Nottingham. This just happened a couple weeks ago. Woman's arm was visually mangled by an out-of-control dog, leaving it looking like a lamb shank, according to horrified witness. Again, what do you know? Another bully breed had slipped away from his lead. Oh, wow. Are we surprised again? And pounced on the victim, who was bitten so deeply one of her breasts and her nipple were hanging off. Oh, I said, these dogs in general, they ruin your life. They ruin you. This leash did nothing. The owner did nothing. The laws did nothing. The information that we know did nothing. Because it doesn't matter to these dogs. These dogs don't judge. They see you, they're going to attack you. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to judge to see if you're disabled, you're a woman, you're a man, you're a child. No, they're going to attack you. Doesn't matter who or what you look like. Whatever your race is, whatever your age is. Whether you're the owner's children, it doesn't matter. These things are going to attack, and their goal is to try to kill you for really no reason whatsoever. Man. Let me have this one. This woman killed by pet dog in horror mauling inside her house. Probably already heard this one before, but man, what about that? Why do we continue to wait for these attacks to happen? These dogs should be banned and eliminated already. Just like these memes say, blame the owner. Sure, let's blame the owner. Then stop owning these dogs. It's too risky. Woman in her 30s killed by pet in horror mauling inside house. She died. This happened in the West Midlands. Attacked by the worthless mutt. Attacked by her own dog.